The Portuguese government recently announced the end of the non-habitual resident scheme. NHR allowed certain types of income to be tax-free in Portugal. It's now been revealed that in 2022, NHR residents cost the Portuguese government €1.36 billion in lost revenue. €430 million relates to just 50 residents. That means that on average each of those 50 residents saved just under €9 million. The Portuguese government analyzed 29,426 tax declarations to come up with the €1.36 billion tax loss figure. They found that 31.6% of the total came from the tax declarations of only 50 residents. Prime Minister Antonio Costa said maintaining the scheme was unfair to other taxpayers. He also claimed that NHR residents were responsible for pushing up housing costs for Portuguese citizens. The scheme was introduced after the financial crisis in 2009 to attract investment. Costa said that it no longer makes sense to offer tax incentives. The difference in how NHR residents are taxed compared to other Portuguese residents is significant. Most NHR residents structure their affairs so that their income comes in the form of dividends. A normal resident would be taxed at 28% on dividend income in Portugal. NHR residents are not taxed on this kind of income. Other types of income are taxed at a lower rate of 20% instead of Portugal's highest income tax bracket of 48%. Of course, it's not really a tax loss to Portugal. High net worth residents are internationally mobile. They wouldn't be in Portugal without the tax incentives. They will move on to another country for tax residency when the tax incentives end. It will likely mean a net loss in tax revenue for Portugal as these high net worth individuals leave the country. Although they don't pay income tax in Portugal, these investors pay other taxes, such as tax on property purchases and VAT. They invest in businesses and help the local economy. The Portuguese government will regret driving them out for short-term political gain. Anyone who's currently an NHR resident in Portugal will keep the tax break until the end of their 10-year exemption. So, anyone who became an NHR resident this year will keep the status until 2033. Becoming a non-habitual resident in Portugal is still possible until at least the end of 2023. Would you like to have safe, hidden, and untouchable wealth? Your Wealth Fortress is a free report from Liberty Mundo that will show you how you can protect your assets. You'll learn unique and valuable strategies for keeping your assets untouchable and untrackable by anyone. You could have millions, even billions of dollars, and nobody would know it, find it, or touch it. Not with a team of the best global lawyers, not with the most powerful government on their side. And when you die, it will pass quietly, unnoticed, and untaxed to your heirs. It's all detailed in our special report titled Your Wealth Fortress: Bulletproof Structures to Protect Your Assets. Please follow the link in the description to get instant access and start implementing the strategies to protect your assets.